Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for being here and for attending this webinar. My name is Michele Vavallo. I'm environmental and energy efficiency engineer, and I'm working in Solintel as a R&D project manager. Today, my objective is explain to you and introduce to you our experience for what is concerning the demo building in Valencia, Spain, and the experience of installing the Heat4Cool system and technology as a solution. As you know, Valencia is located in the western coast and the western shore of Spain. We have here a subtropical Mediterranean climate. The annual average temperature is almost 18 degrees, so it is warm. I can assure it. And as you can see in the picture, this is the facade of the building we've used for our demo here in Valencia. It is located into the historical center. So we have had some issue for implementing this kind of retrofitting in the building because of the more restrictive Valencian government regulation. But nevertheless, we succeeded, and we have our demo right now up and running. As mentioned in the beginning of this webinar, we are in the middle of gathering information for the post retrofitting for validate and demonstrate our cases. So we are in the swing of this process as well today. So the building has been constructed in 2001. As you can see here, you have the ground floor is dedicated to the shopping spots, shopping center. We have 4 floors, 12 flats, and the total floor area is about 610 square meters. Before the intervention of the Heat4Cool technology solution, what we have done here is also, as mentioned before in the previous presentation, we run an energy audit in the building. And what we know is that is the usage of the energy demand as was before it, and we use this figure as a baseline for the future demonstration as well. I forgot to mention that this building has been built for residential usage, and the annual energy consumption is about 61 kilowatt hour per square meter. That is divided by 54 kilowatt hour per square meter for natural gas energy demand, and also 7 of them are related for electricity demand. The annual thermal needs are 23 kilowatt hour per square meter for space heating, 25 kilowatt hour per square meter for domestic heat water, and 22 for the space cooling. As you can imagine here, since we are in an average of 18 degrees, also the cooling energy demand is very demanded here in Valencia. So this project solution is very important for this building, but also for spreading this solution in other buildings as well. So we think that this demo will be like very important for the future development, for the exploitability and the marketability of this solution. So what is about the installation? Very shortly, what we have installed in the roof is a solar thermal array, battery of them. This system generates heat fluid, which is pushed inside the 3 different tanks. We have heat tanks and cold tanks as well. The system is supported by a conventional 3 air source heat pump, and we have also the absorption heat pump as output of one of the 2 of the tanks, which is used as we have what was being mentioned in this previously, is used for the creation of the cool that is needed for the cooling demand. Also, this heat is used for domestic heat water and for space heating as well. So the system generated heat and the cooling of the domestic heat water and air conditioning demand. And also the heat and the cold energy are stored in the heat and cooling water tank and supplied for the generation of the domestic heat water again and the heating and cooling distribution circuit. This is how it works from the technology and the hardware point of view. Sorry, I have, let me see, yes. And we have there the hardware. We have just to introduce what is the system and the software used for control it. Demos has already introduced it, and we have also the same solution in our demos. But very briefly, we have also here the side dams. The system has, as described, is the objective is to maximize the energy efficiency of the system according to the climate situation outside and the demand inside. Everything is controlled considering that we have sensors installed inside the different flats, so we know the situation in there, and also we know the demand of occupancy. And by the Raspberry gateway and the connection by internet and Ethernet, we also have this control of the system, the Heat4Cool system, that which algorithms are used for optimizing all the systems. So the system is optimized every second in real time according to the need and according to the climate situation. So solar thermal array connected to two thermal stores. The solar heat transfer is controlled by the algorithm I mentioned before, and the objective is to maximize the energy efficiency of the system. At the end of the day, the heat, the system controlled heat that could be used from one side for cooling, for example. It depends in the moment of the year and the needs, but also for domestic hot water and the space heating. So what was the objective? What is the objective of the project, and which is the status of the energy efficiency we have achieved in the project? Now, of course, before the project, we knew the solar radiation we have here in Valencia. We knew that we had a lot of potential to exploit it using thermal or PV system. In our case, thermal system has been the most important solution. And through the project, our objective was to have at least 30% of renewable energy as an option for our overall building demand, and also demonstrated that the technological solution could be payback in at least 10 years. So what we have analyzed so far, because again we are in the middle of the validation demonstration process, according to the simulation and the data we have gathered, we can assure that the solar thermal system covers still 52% of the heating for space heating and the domestic heat water energy needs, and we can get up to the 27% of the energy demand related to the cooling requests. So we are very much enthusiastic about this number, because if you do the average, we have of course overpaced the 30% expected in the project, and we're in the middle also in the progress of calculating the second pragmatical objective, that is the less than 10-year payback of the technology. So far, we are working to the exploitation and the market analysis. Also, we are waiting and we are analyzing the last figures about technology, but also in our case in Valencia, we are also analyze possible impact and influence could have, for example, subsidy for energy for renewable energy installation in building coming from the Valencian region, for example. According to the first estimation, we think that this number could be achieved. Still, we have to hone the final analysis to be sure, but we are confident that we can achieve them easily. So as said, we are still in the process of the validation. What I suggest everybody is to follow us in the media and to see in the media and also in the socials to see which is the final figures and the final objective we achieve and we reach here in the Heat4Cool. And also if you have any question related to the Valencia demo, but also other question, I'm I'm here. You have my email, and you can contact me or the coordinator for any issue and question. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm still here for any question.